Now, welcome to another edition of News from Naboo, another special celebration edition, where this time we're going to be talking about Tales of the Jedi. And so let's get right to the news.
Originally, I wasn't super excited for Tales of the Jedi. I am.
I was cautiously optimistic, but not too optimistic about this. Because, I mean, it is... There are comics from, like, the mid-90s. Mm-hmm. These were, like, old Republic comics. These are, They were good back in the day, so I figured they weren't going to do that again, and I didn't know what they were going to do with it, so let's hear what they're doing with it.
Well, this might disappoint people. It is not Old Republic
related. It is not Old Republic, no.
Or High Republic related. It's Clone Wars, prequel era related. What the show is, it's going to be a limited anthology series of animated shorts, each story featuring a Jedi from the prequel era. It is going to hit Disney Plus fall 2022. This started as a side project for Dave Filoni. He said it was something he came up with in between seasons on The Mandalorian and his other live-action projects. They were stories from the Clone Wars that he was inventing, but they didn't fit into the Clone Wars narrative. He's got 6 shorts coming, and they're going to include stories with Dooku and Qui-Gon Jinn, Mace Windu. Ahsoka Tano is actually going to be the center focus for 3 of them, not surprising with it being Dave Filoni and with her series coming next year. Filoni says each short is going to have very little dialogue. It's going to feel more like a visual poem. Kevin Kiner handled the score for the entire show, which we had heard he was handling a new animated score, and this is it.
All the rumors sometimes lead to the truth.
Yeah. There are images of, like, Dooku and Qui-Gon from long ago. Dooku apparently had a blue saber. We've got images with him, like, fighting beside Mace Windu.
Which look cool. It just, really, for some reason, I don't know why, that just sounds cool. Dooku and Windu fighting alongside. And who are going to stop those two?
Right, we've got pictures of baby Ahsoka with her mom and the village that she used to live in. Apparently the audience got to watch that entire short.
I wonder how short is. Are we talking like 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Well, I would kind of think of these as Star Wars Visions sized. Well, what I think of them as.
Well, some of the Vision episodes were a little longer.
Well,
right?
And there's rumors that people after watching the first one were shouting out Miyazaki, Hayao Miyazaki, famous from Studio Ghibli, and that's kind of, he acknowledged that was kind of the feel he was going for with the visual poetry and the everything. So I'm like, okay. There was also a trailer that they got to see that the rest of us do not get to, that warns that we might get some darker chapters. The trailer showed an animated iteration of Padme's funeral, Ahsoka getting her second saber, Bail Organa, and Yaddle fighting Dooku.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. What I found interesting is one of the shorts appears to be adapting material from E.K. Johnston's Ahsoka novel.
Oh, that is cool.
We do see her with, a burned down village, facing off against an Inquisitor.
Yeah, in that novel, she faces off against Six's brother and takes his kyber crystals, his corrupted kyber crystals, because that's how it works now. There's no more synthetic crystals for the Sith or dark side. They make the lightsabers bleed, quote unquote, turn them red, and that's where you get the red blade. So she defeats him, takes his kyber crystals, and purifies the crystals, and that's how we end up with lightsabers.
Well, I remember in her book, she actually was like subconsciously gathering material while she was traveling around and hiding.
Yeah, and the sabers actually called out to her in a way.
Yeah, those crystals called to her.
Not the sabers, the crystals,
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why she was able to actually purify them when she took them as her own again.
Yeah.
Why her sabers are white.
Yeah. No, that was, I'm kind of cool. It's kind of cool to potentially see this, because it was a pretty decent book. It's unfortunate. Well, not unfortunate, because the Siege of Mandalore arc in Season 7 is fantastic, but it is kind of, it does kind of suck that we had to retcon that book to a degree, because there are these interlude chapters that go back to the Siege of Mandalore, which are not... They're not accurate to what we see now in the series.
No,
so
they tell it a little bit differently.
So, this could be kind of a nod from Filoni to say, sorry, we kind of undid, part of your book, but the rest of it is still canon. And
well, he probably actually liked the main story.
The main story is good. It kind of, it tells where Ahsoka goes after Order 66 and everything goes wrong with the Empire. how she kind of hides out. She kind of helps some people. Again, she encounters an Inquisitor. She encounters Bail Organa. She becomes
Right, that's when she becomes
the first Fulcrum agent. Yeah, so
maybe
it's
that's why Bail's listed as in the series.
Maybe he's probably in that episode. That makes sense. So I think that's really, if this is what that is, I think that's really cool to kind of say, yeah, that's still canon. Yes, every now and then we have to retcon something, which it sucks, right? Because you want to, it always kind of takes a little something away from the bigger picture when you know that you've read something that didn't matter, and now I don't know. I just think it's a cool nod to the book if that's what this is, which it almost certainly is.
I do hope that they share the trailer with the rest of us soon enough.
Yeah, they're not sharing too many trailers, but not too many panels either. It's been a very disappointing Star Wars Celebration weekend.
Star Wars Live has not shared any of the panels that I've wanted to see.
No, I don't think they've shared a single one that we've been excited for.
The Summer of Lego Star Wars was fun, but where are my big panels? Why didn't they share the Lucasfilm panel? They didn't even share the Light and Magic panel, did they?
I don't think so. No, there's a lot of... It doesn't make... Look, I understand you do want to do something special for the people who actually attend. I get that. That's cool. And I know you theoretically want to show them maybe a little clip that you're not going to show anybody else, but it leaks online anyway. You can find all this stuff if you really want to look for it. And so it's kind of the strange thing to me. Why not just, maybe the next day or maybe a couple hours later, let them have their moment where they get to see something exclusive. But why not, show this to everybody? Since if you really want to find it, you're going to find it anyway.
Exactly. Another thing I like about Tales of the Jedi, the animation style it totally looks Clone Wars.
Yeah, it looks
Bad
almost,
Batch.
It looks really. I mean, granted, we haven't seen it in motion, but just the still images look Clone Wars-esque, which is, that's kind of become synonymous with Star Wars animation. I think. I don't think you can really, they did it with Rebels, and Rebels was fine, but then they really tried to do something anime stylistic with Resistance, and I think it just fell flat. I think people really expect...
I don't even like them trying to say anime style, because anime is generally really good art, and that was just computer art. That wasn't art.
Yeah, I mean, one thing with Star Wars, I've said it before, it's always trying to push the boundaries. So when they took kind of these step backs with the animation, it was disappointing because, and I understand, a lot of money to do these, but now when you got Disney Plus, there's no reason not to give us really quality animation on these shows. Unless you are trying to do something stylistic like Visions was, but those are different, Japanese studios, so.
Wait, isn't the Visions panel tomorrow?
It is. Fingers crossed for announcement of Visions Season 2. We got Bad Batch and Visions are the big two tomorrow.
Oh, we still have so much news.
Yeah, we have little tidbits, which I think we'll do a video that kind of just goes over, I don't know about everything, but maybe things we haven't covered elsewhere, because there's just little pieces, little nuggets of information from panels or interviews or just everywhere.
Don't worry, they're still pushing that Star Cruiser.
Yeah,
I swear,
they are.
Star Wars Live, while they're not covering panels, I swear every day, twice a day, they're over at that Galaxy Star Cruiser booth going, hey, look at all the cool stuff they have.
Yeah, come book your room now.
Go away. There's plenty of other booths. And you know what? There's panels you could be showing me. Panels.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like we said at the start, I kind of figured this would be kind of something a little really kind of for younger viewers, really something cheesy. And we did get something like that. What was that other show they announced yesterday called?
Young Jedi Adventures?
Yeah, which was really for, kind of
young
5-year-old, 6-year-old kids. So I was kind of thinking that's what this would be, something for really young kids, and it would be not something he would be interested in. So this is, though not maybe original Tales of the Jedi, which is a comic series you may really have enjoyed, but it is potentially cool. Yes.
Well, it also confirms those rumors we heard of Matt Lanter being back in the studio recording.
Yep. Another rumor that led back to something that came to fruition here.
Look at that. We're becoming a reliable news source.
Well, we try to be. It's
no, we do try really hard.
It is so hard to do this because, I can't even tell you how many, I will get emails from random people who are like, I have the scoop for you, Thor. And it's like, I have no way of knowing. I rarely ever give any attention to those that I get from. And the sad thing is, or the unfortunate part is, sometimes they do turn out to be true. And so I was like, well, I guess I could have reported on that.
You should start flagging the ones that turn out to be true.
I should, so I can have another source. Yeah, because I usually just kind of ignore them because I don't know what to say because I don't know who you are.
Reporting false information.
No, I really don't. We try to do our due diligence. We try to do our research. We try to bring when something like a far out there rumor, we try to let you know it's really unfounded, but we're gonna report on it anyway because maybe it's something. But we really do try to keep the rumor mongering. And like I said, if I reported every rumor I get, it would be I could turn into other channels out there that maybe report on unfounded rumors quite a bit. Not to name names.
Well, you didn't, so.
I didn't, but I think people could guess some of these channels. But anyway, so yeah, I'm glad our rumors and the leaks that we reported on turned out to be true and legit. So I guess that's all we got for you this time. So take to the comments below. Tell us what you think about Tales of the Jedi. Are you excited for this? Do you wish this was kind of a little bit more? Because it sounds like 6 shorts. It sounds pretty small. Yeah, pretty short. Yeah. So anyway, take to the comments below. Tell us what you think. Let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.